Hey guys, I want to thank everybody for checking out my video. I had a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of fun talking to some people out there. I also forgot to mention, because I'm new at this, so forgive me, week to week I'm just going to be adding new elements into the videos. If you have any questions at all, it's set so that way you can ask questions, you can blast me if you want, tell me I'm a loser, I don't, whatever. Cool, I welcome it. Let's talk about it. If there's something you want to talk about, if there's something that you want to learn about, you go right ahead, you throw it down. Today I'd like to talk about tools that you can use to help you through trying to make changes in your life. And one of those tools is a food log. And what we have here is the food log that we use here at Achieve Health. And I created this myself. It doesn't matter, you can use any piece of paper, you can go out and get a college rule notebook. Just for ease, I'm gonna pop it up on this side. Great, all right. Okay, so now that we're looking at the food log, we've got days Monday through Sunday. We've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then on the right side of it, we've got physical activity, in which we can put the type and the amount of time that we spent the physical activity. And then we've got intensity, if you wanna get a little bit more specific with it. I do recommend doing that, but I mean, if you're new to this, just work on getting the food down on paper. That is going to be priority one. First, what I recommend you doing is spending a week's time, okay? And I recommend you make no changes. You just live your life the way you're living it, okay? And you eat what you're eating, and you go to the same old place you're going for lunch. You do what you need to do for 1 week's time, and just get in the habit of writing it down. When we put it down on paper, it is history. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you want to be really delusional about it, you can look at it and say, nah, it's not it, I'm just going to erase it. Well, then you've got bigger issues. I recommend going to therapy. So we've got information, and now we can make choices. We can look at it and say, okay, now I can make change because now I know where to deviate from. Okay, so this is why this is so important. Once we've collected this data for a week, we have the ability to go back in time and look at exactly what we've done throughout the week. A lot of the time, if we thought we've been bad when it comes to our diets and our health, we think back and we use our minds to try to reach back to each day, each meal, and a lot of the time you can't remember all of it. You can't remember half of it. It's ridiculous. And a lot of the time you don't want to believe some of the things that you've eaten. You don't want to believe some of the things that you've done. And so our mind is really easy at justifying some of the actions that we've done throughout the week, or some of the actions that we might do throughout the week. So now that we have all of the information from our week one, okay, week two is going to be, now we're going to find a goal for this week. Our goal is going to be maybe removing something, maybe supplementing something in. Are there days in which you are eating the same thing over and over again? Is there an ingredient or a piece of food that is the same in all of your foods, that pop up more often than probably you would like it to? The food that popped up most in our example here for week one is going to be processed grains or bread. As you can see, they are circled multiple times throughout the week. Some days even 2 to 3 times. What I want you to do is, I want you to locate the day where it pops up maybe at every meal, perhaps maybe twice in a day, okay? I'd like you to pick that day. So for us, we're gonna go ahead and circle Monday. Once we've done that and we've chosen our day, okay, we're gonna choose a meal in which it pops up in. Now, we're not looking to eradicate bread completely, we're going small. So for instance, let's just take breakfast, okay? So we're going to take breakfast, we're going to, let's just say, remove the bagel, and we're going to replace it with fruit. So if you decide to take bread out of lunch instead of breakfast, as you can see here, we've got a sandwich from the deli. Instead of having a sandwich with whatever ingredients that you have, we can make it a salad. Now, of course, having mayo in the salad is a little strange, so let's just take that out. But again, all of these ingredients we can have in a salad. We can have those ingredients, say, over romaine or spinach. Again, sounds a little, unorthodox, but again, it's easy. It's something that we're making a change in the same path that you're currently doing. So if you're going to the deli, you can still go to the deli and you still can get those ingredients. However, we're just removing the bread aspect from that lunch. If you don't want to do that and you want to do dinner, dinner is sometimes easy because a lot of people like to have bread along with either their their steak, or let's just say they're out to dinner and there's bread and butter on the table. Obviously, if you wanted to just remove the bread and butter completely, but also let's just say you have it with dinner, you can replace the bread with steamed vegetables instead. Once again, we're only removing this piece of food from one meal. That's going to be week 2. Every day, week 2, for that meal, you're going to basically adhere to what you've done, the goal that you've set for yourself. The following week, you're going to do week 2's goal, and then you're going to create a week 3's goal. So basically, you're going to scan your food log with the change that you've already made, and you're going to make another change. So let's just say for this example, we're removing bread from another meal in the day. Or it could be something else entirely. This is going to be the most, not easy, but again, if we use a tool and we create all of the information for ourselves, we're going to be more apt to make a change, and a change that's going to make a difference. Let's run it back, because it's a lot. Scan your food log for a potential change you will make for the week. Decide if this change will occur every day, every other day, or once throughout the week. Remember, pick a frequency that gives you the best chance to succeed. Now it's time to put it into action, make the change. Carry that change over to the next week. Start over, and then the cycle will continue. Now, of course, this is something that requires time and work, like anything else. But let me ask you a question. What else are you going to do? I mean, you're going to be here anyway. You're going to be walking around the earth anyway. Why not do this? Why not try something new? Why not do something that could potentially be a life changer for you? You have to understand that this is something that takes time. And with time, you need to be consistent and you need to be persistent. That rhymed. That was cool. Let me ask you a question. When babies start to walk, do they start walking and then when they fall, they say, oh, f it. No one would be walking on this planet. You have a bunch of adults just scraping themselves off the pavement. Shit. Here, just click this link. It'll send you to the page. I think you'll have to fill out some information. Who am I looking at? I'm looking over there for the answer. I don't even know. Start writing it down. We're going to have different videos go up in the next couple of weeks on what we can maybe alternate with some of the things that maybe we find in our food log. If you have any questions, if there's something that you want to see, post below. Love y'all. Love y'all. I guess please subscribe. I've got to write down what I eat. I already don't like what I eat. I've got to write it down with a pen and paper. How does writing something on paper physically manipulate the metabolic process inside the body as such to lose weight? Place to be for health, wellness, and fitness and love. What? Let's get to editing, baby. See you in a few. Is that it? It's funny, I'm saying that. There's no one there. There's a wall there. Later.